Omni-Man vs. Mark is hilarious. Let me explain. Imagine you're Omni-Man. You're a very high-ranking Viltrumite officer. You're such a high rank, you get sent on this mission. Go conquer Earth by acting like you're saving it when really you're just gonna wait a little bit, build up a connection, and then murder everyone and enslave them. Now, once you land, you immediately get jumped by like this plant creature, it doesn't really matter. Then you meet the leader of the GDA, Cecil Stedman. Now, a couple of weeks into you helping this planet, you meet a woman named Debbie. And this mission wasn't only for conquering Earth and expanding the Viltrumite Empire. It was also to see if they could make Earth into a breeding ground once they conquer it. Because there's only 50 Viltrumites, and who knows, maybe humans are compatible with Viltrumite blood. So eventually, after around 2 years, you get married to Debbie and have a kid. Now, of course, the kid doesn't immediately have powers. You already thought that. Now, so you keep doing your own thing for a couple years. Your son still doesn't have powers after a good while. But you end up starting to actually like the life on Earth and hope that your son doesn't get powers, because then you can just wait out your wife and kids' lifespan and then conquer Earth. They get to live a nice life, and since you now wouldn't have anybody that you like on Earth, you'd just be able to conquer it. Super easy. But hey, what do you know? When he turns about 18, he gets powers. So you have to ask him if he's sure, because you hate this, because that means that you're going to have to conquer Earth pretty soon, because you're going to need Mark to help you. Mainly because you just want him to help you. You don't want to have to murder him. So, a little bit after Mark gets his powers, you end up killing the Guardians of the Globe. You were good friends with them, but hey, you have to do it in order to conquer Earth. But bad thing is, you underestimated them. They did a good amount of damage to you during the fight and made you pass out. So now you're a very good suspect, because you have to say you don't remember anything. So a lot of people are starting to think, yeah, it might be Omni-Man, like Cecil and Debbie. And so you think that sucks, but whatever, it probably won't really matter, because you're going to conquer it in less than another year. So now, since they're dead, you end up going to the new Guardians of the Globe tryouts, not to join, but to just make sure the new Guardians of the Globe aren't gonna be a problem, and you don't have to murder them. But bad thing is, you literally get offended about this, because the Guardians of the Globe were very powerful for being able to almost defeat you, so you had some respect for them. But the new Guardians of the Globe sucked so much, you were offended by them. But who cares? It's time to go conquer Earth after another, 6 episodes. So now, we're on to the fight. And from the last 2 episodes, everybody's pieced it together. Everybody that's inside the story has pieced it together, besides Mark, that you 100% killed them. You 100% killed the Guardians of the Globe. There is so much evidence against you, it's kind of funny. Now, you know this, so you end up just starting to conquer Earth. Now, you wanted to get to Mark and be like, Mark, this is where I really come from, and we need to prepare Earth to join the Viltrumite Empire. We totally won't make you guys into slaves, I promise. But bad news is, he just got dumped, and now he's going to hang out with Eve. And you don't really know where Eve's crib is, but you find William, and you ask him, where's Mark, William? Where's Invincible? And he says that he's up at Eve's, so you start trying to head there. You don't really fully know, you just know that it's in the woods. You don't know exactly where it is. So you just start heading to the woods, hoping that you can find him. Now, at the same time, the GDA is also trying to get to Mark, so they can tell him that Mark is going to get jumped. Mark, you're gonna get fully jumped by Omni-Man. Just come with us. Don't ask any questions, please. But the thing is, they're slower than Omni-Man. They can't really get to him, and plus, he needs to be wearing a watch to teleport out of there. So, you guys have to come up with a solution. But meanwhile, Omni-Man is flying towards her at like Mach 10 speeds. So to slow him down, you have to summon like everything. You have to throw everything at him. You bring down a literal like something that could probably destroy 5 cities, and it gives him a nosebleed. Like, you say, bring the hammer down, and it gives Omni-Man a nosebleed, which is wild. And the visuals on that is literally insane. Now, since he only got a nosebleed, you, Cecil, start just bringing everything down on him. You summon Hail Mary, which was the creature that Omni-Man fought when he arrived there. But the thing is, you gave it every single steroid. Like, he is, like, soaked up, so he might be able to defeat Omni-Man or just hold him down for a good while. But it's not doing much, so you need to hope that Mark can get to him and just realize that he can beat him. Like, he ends up beating Omni-Man, hopefully. Now, eventually, the two meet up, and for some reason, Immortal's there. He isn't doing much besides making Omni-Man look cooler. Like, he just pokes him inside the eyes and gets one-tapped. But that gives him so much aura, it makes it so we have to swap back to his perspective. So now you're back as Omni-Man. You are trying to get everything out of the way and explain this to Mark. But the thing is, you killed Immortal, and Mark kind of had something going with Immortal. Like, they weren't friends, to say, but, like, they were co-workers, I guess. That's what you could say they were. But bad news is Omni-Man kills him. Now, Mark, seeing this, he starts trying to beat you. He starts trying to whoop you, but the thing is, you're so powerful, it does absolutely nothing. So you end up breaking it down for him that you'll kill him if you don't help you. Like, if he doesn't help you, you'll just kill him. Now, so you're wailing on him. He's getting absolutely smoked. Like, Mark is getting pummeled to death. Now, while you're explaining, you said that Debbie was kind of like a pet to you. Not in, like, the terms that she is a pet, like, she is stupid. In the terms of she will live for only a fraction of your lifespan. But the thing is, you didn't explain it well enough, and now Mark is pretty pissed off. Now, the thing is, if you didn't call her a pet, he probably would agree. Because you never said that you'd turn the humans into slaves. You just say that the Viltrumite Empire would cure cancer. It'd fix climate change. Like, it'd be a utopia. And in exchange, you guys would just have to do some work for them. So it's kind of just like a job. But Mark doesn't really want to talk. He's too pissed off. He really wants to run the ones and then go get Wendy's. Now, the thing is, you realize this isn't working. You're going to have to beat some sense into him. So you just start pummeling him. You start beating him up to, like, the brink of his life. He is, like, barely alive. He is barely breathing. Now, during all this, you don't really want to do this. You are just kind of loyal to the Viltrumite Empire, but your time on Earth has changed, Joe. It has gave you emotions, which aren't allowed inside Viltrum. Now, you're really trying to hold back those emotions while you keep pummeling Mark to death. But the thing is, they're too strong. So, you're pummeling him, and you ask, what will he have after 500 years? And he says that he'd still have you. Now, this makes you kind of look back at yourself. It kind of makes you have a flashback of everything that's happened up to this point. And you realized you have changed. The Viltrumite Empire does not want you anymore. They will probably hate you if you came back. So you decide on leaving. You abandon your mission, which is extremely frowned upon, and you most likely will get your head chopped off for this. But you don't really care. You fly away, and you think about just going into the sun. Like, you think about just getting sucked into a black hole. Because either way, you're gonna die. Viltrumite Empire will find you and will kill you. And right before you're about to get sucked into the black hole and die, you see something. A spaceship. And you know that they're there on accident. They aren't trying to die like you. So you end up saving them. So you bring them back to their planet, and then right when you're about to leave, this baddie bug just is like, wait, don't leave yet. You saved all our lives. How about we make you leader? Now, you are thinking like a Viltrumite. So you think maybe if you conquer this planet instead, they'll go a little bit easy on you. Maybe you won't get your head chopped off. So you accept this proposal. But the thing is, while you're there, you have fully changed. While you're there, you actually get grown attached to these bugs, even though they live less than a year. So you end up getting it on with your bug girlfriend. And that's where I'm gonna leave off the video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you liked this, then consider watching some of my other content.